Hello everybody, welcome to today's stream. Excellent, magnificent stream. I am excited for it today. I'm sorry about my lighting, it's not that great, because I have a dark screen right now. I wish I didn't, but I do have a solution to this. Okay, where's the button? There it is. That did not help. At all. Actually, that might have just made it worse. No, like, the green screen was legitimately working very well. And then, now, out of nowhere, it's decided it doesn't want to work. Like, I'm never been a fan of green screens. And this one's also not that great. I need a lighting. I need lighting help. I'm obviously still getting this whole system set up. What I do need to do, though, very much need to do. Look at that, I got the lighting a bit better. Thank you, Google Chrome. Because basically I use Google Chrome to do all of this kind of stuff. Lighting is the big thing with Google that it helps with. Because my current webcam isn't the best. I'm currently actually working on getting it replaced with a better one, including like a bunch of stuff. I'm still getting all of my systems set up. I mean, I've used the same microphone the entire, you can see a bit of it. I've used the same microphone the entire time this podcast has existed. Its entire existence, I have used the same microphone. I will say is that I am working on multiple things. One, I'm going to my Twitter to announce that it's like this the stream started. And then I need stream link. Oh, you know what? I want to do that. We're just gonna go here. While people are doing stuff on. I'm not gonna do much talking until we start to ramp up here. We still don't have anybody watching. Yeah. We'll see how long that lasts for. Oh, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Boom. Tiz has been tweeted. Alright. Let's continue walking. I don't want OBS, I want this. So, I've been working on a bunch today. I've been up for a while now. What I do know is that I'm definitely excited for this today. I've got my thing set up, like it will say on screen soon once the footage is on screen. This is not my footage because I do not live in Florida. This is Spaceflight Now's. It's got no link for it, actually. Let's change that. Let's change that. we have a new pin message? We should. Yeah, good. 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 I don't know why I'm trying to pull this back up, because I don't need to, because I have it open on my white screen here. I wish my stuff would take off faster, but I suppose the whole reason I start these streams as early as I do is so that there's a chance for them to pick up and people to start watching them before the launch comes. That would make sense for me to do that. But yeah, I've also been, as you can tell if you've been a part of this channel, I have for a while been doing this thing where I've had the same logo for SSBTA for a while. I just recently changed it to what it is now, because I like that much better. I've been using a bunch of stuff to do it. A big thing I have been doing, though, is trying to upgrade my equipment. Slowly behind the scenes, I've been doing that actually for a while now, as I've done stuff like upgrade software I use, upgrade thumbnail equipment, upgrade just ways I do stuff. Also, I edit a green screen. I do stuff like this frequently, where I will make stuff look better. I'll slowly but surely upgrade my equipment. That's what I do. And that's on purpose, actually. That is absolutely on purpose. I do it that way so it's works. It's not a bad thing. It's actually the exact opposite. By me having it be that I am constantly making my equipment better, it means that it won't be like a giant change all of a sudden when I do a massive equipment upgrade, because I slowly do it. That doesn't mean it'll stay that way, because it probably won't. As in, I doubt it will. It'll probably change severely throughout the time. For instance, I would expect to see it change and go from how it is now to how it'll be in the future. As I do buy all of this with my own money. Literally every single cent of it is mine that I pay for. My parents don't put into it. My aunts and uncles don't. None of that. I'm the one that does it. And it sucks. Something I have been slowly working on to see if I can even do it is super chats. Because extra support really. But hey, a bunch of stuff like that is out of my control. Wait. But hey, we got a while until the launch. If you people want to talk about stuff in chat, go ahead. I'll see all of it. Literally all of it. What are the eligibility requirements? God. But yeah, we'll just sitting here and really waiting for the launch to happen. This happens frequently with these streams. I don't know why I saw them so early. Mainly because I frequently don't have anything to talk about. Yeah, I'm serious when I say, like, I don't really have anything to talk about. I should somewhat script these, have, like, stuff to talk about. That would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? I mean, I suppose, like, if it were to, like, I don't know. What I do know is that I'm very happy at how this has taken off all of a sudden. How it's really started to get big again. Compared to how it used to be when I barely anybody even knew I existed. Today, where my Twitter has how many followers now? 46. It's just been constantly going up throughout this week. This weekend. Yeah. But yeah, I've got stuff planned for the future. I've got a lot planned for the future, to be honest. One thing I do plan on doing on this launch stream soon is, I have to say streaming today, is, like, showing something I've changed. And a big thing for that is if you watched the first episode of Season 2, which not many people did, and that makes me kind of sad. Because that sucker took a lot of work. I mean, like, that sucker took a lot of work. For a lot of people to just not even watch it. You'll see that, like, the intro-ish thing to that video was some audio. Holy crap, they actually worked. The chapters worked, that's new. Now, like, the intro to it was just, like, this animation I did in Blender of a missile, and then basically the thumbnail, and then my extremely dirty house. Oh my god. And then I'm surprised the chapters worked. Those did not work at first. I'm actually shocked. But yes, we are definitely working here. Like, yeah, I actually got chapters and everything. Let's go. But yeah, like, that's not what the intro is anymore. The intro, in fact, actually has not been that for a while now. So, I was thinking, hey, why don't I broadcast the new intro on the stream? Introduce people to it. And that's actually not a bad idea, me. I'm gonna get it pulled up. Okay, so for now there's no audio on it. That's not my fault. That's that when I made this, it didn't have audio. Because I wanted to choose a song and do stuff with it. And I don't feel like doing anything extra just for the stream, so. But yes, I am waiting for stuff to load. I've been doing a lot of that today. There we go. Okay, what? Yeah. This should work. Oh god. There we go. Alright. You can't see my face. But this is what the new intro looks like. And I enjoy it. It's obviously made via Canva. It's one of the it's one of the ones that should cost money, but I have it watermarked because I don't got money for that. But like, that's the new intro. I'm very proud of it. It took me much longer than you would think it would have to make. And then this is the new outro that I also really like. And also, if you haven't already, which I don't understand why that would be, you should join my Discord. Because actually, a bunch of cool stuff I plan on doing with the Discord that I have not done yet. Because I've been busy. Sorry, I'm busy with something right now. But I'm working on a bunch of things. But I will actually go ahead and chuck that in chat. There's the Discord link. Even though it's not possible that people that are watching this are in the Discord, and I don't think I'd be too surprised about that. But yeah, you never know, right? You never know. You know, I do kind of wish YouTube didn't do the thing it does, where it's like all like push back and whatnot. But that's not my job. I think that is kind of hilarious that I said it's not my job. I'm not wrong, am I? I'm just saying it's not my job. Well, yeah, about an hour until the launch. I think I just did horrible things to my green screen. Let me check that. Nah, it's fine. Good. But yes, we got some time to waste, and I have nothing to show. I'd say, hey, let's work on stuff. No, that's not gonna work. Literally. But I know something I could do. Don't mind me over here just basically advertising the stream. And a bunch of stuff I know. Okay, that, yeah, makes sense. Alright, so this is not going well. I don't even have anything with the rocket to show, which is just great. In about that's how my life goes all of the time. But that's the thing I'm going to use to get footage of the rocket, which is pinned in chat, and, well, when I switch over to it, will be on screen as well. Is going to start in just a couple of minutes, so then topics will change, start noting off on everybody. What's something I want to talk about, because I put a lot of work into it last night, is the next episode of SSBTA, and like that, it probably wouldn't be where it is if I didn't have about 30-something people follow me in the span of a day. Because I was not expecting that at all. And, like, I tweeted about it at least once. Thank you to everybody who did that. Thank you to everybody who followed me. Like, I mean it when I say that. Thank you to all of you. That was amazing. Because I personally had not a single expectation that was going to happen. But actually, personally, I thought I was going to have to wait days, possibly even weeks, to get another follower, because it took me about a year to get to 10. It took me more than that, really, to get to 10, and to suddenly get there, and then not stop, and also I'm about to get a guest. This is my cat. A lot of people probably haven't met him. Yes, this is my cat. You actually saw him enter when the green screen did stuff. But yes, hi. He's a very cute cat. But thank you to all of you who did that. That was amazing for me. And yeah, it gave me a massive burst of inspiration. That, like, the last time I got that amount of inspiration would have been about a month or two after I streamed Inspiration 4, when that got a lot of views all of a sudden, and that gave me immense confidence in myself to finally start Season 2 before then kind of forgetting about it for a bit, which I'm not surprised by at all. Because he's a very cute animal. I love him very much. But yeah, I've done a bunch of work on the next episode. If you're in the Discord, you'll see. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll know that I've titled it The History of SLS Episode 2, The Slow Launch System. That's a joke. It literally talks, I don't even say a word in it about how it's slow. Well, actually, I don't know that yet. I haven't recorded it. If I want to, I totally talk about it for hours, I talk about it for ages why it's super slow, but I'm not going to. I have no interest in doing that. But yeah, it's working out. It's working on it. It's taken a while, and it's gotten annoying at times. Especially the time when I accidentally deleted all of my notes for that. That sucked a lot. I mean it when I say that. That absolutely sucked. Losing all the notes I took in for it that had taken me hours and hours to do. Before I eventually wrote them back again yesterday. I wrote all of them again. I'll probably actually record that today. Probably not long after the stream is over. I'll probably record that. And I wouldn't be surprised by it at all. I mean, like, I legitimately would have no shock if I were to record that today. I mean, I was debating recording it before the stream started, but due to technical issues involving the way you can see me right now, that never got to happen. Because this is, like, behind me is my green screen that I set up just for episode 2, so I could be able to do it, and it's okay, but it'll only be like this for Season 2. For Season 3, I'm absolutely changing it to make it much better, and that'll be either I'll take it and I'll put it into PVC pipe to make it more straight, or I will just straight up buy one of the pulley ones to pull out of the floor. I'll do one of those two. No clue which one yet. I haven't decided because we got a while until November. Also, I haven't checked that Twitter poll in a while. Let's see how that went. If you're on Twitter, you'll know that I posted a poll asking how long should I upload, because I have legitimately no clue how long I want to upload this. And out of everybody that has voted, legitimately everybody has said every month. I should do it like by month, which I like having a schedule for things. Mainly because if I put myself on a schedule and keep myself on a schedule, it'll actually come out. I'm expecting the extremely informational videos, like all of the episodes that have happened for season 2, to come out every month. But I'll probably do like smaller ones every in between here, because I have priorities on stuff, but I also ain't gonna have these massive informational videos all the time, because I can't keep that up. I've got school, and actually soon I have something much bigger. I got normal school right now, but it won't be very long until the SOLs start. And I'm gonna just say this right now. I expect in May to not get anything. I mean not get anything done, because I'll have a bunch of issues in May. Because May's always a hard month. It's legitimately always a hard month for me, because I got SOLs. This year I want to say 2 SOLs. This year, right? Yeah, I think. Not sure. But yeah, I got time to do. But yes, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so episode 2 will come out tomorrow on Tuesday, like I tweeted. That was on purpose, by the way. I wanted it to come out on Tuesday because I like the idea of having it come out on Tuesday. And hey, we got a rocket view. So I have done some reworking on the launch camera, like on the launch mode of my streams. And we'll see how it works. 3, 2, 1, change. Boom. Beautiful. Yeah, we can use this. Boom, it's fine now. This is legitimately like on the stream itself. That is completely out of my control. I can't really hide it. Actually, that's awkward. I bet I can hide it. I don't mind the fact that my green screen's basically not working right now. I literally just noticed like my green screen is basically not working at all right now. Like, legitimately. And also some of the cat. Henry, when he came in here, he messed it up. Because of the way he came in. Now, that should be better, though. It's okay. Like, you can somewhat see it, but, yeah, not really. Here's my plan. I want to see, is this a window? Or is it an actual... Yeah, it goes by window. I see. Alright. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to change that. It is... Yep. So, boom. Okay, we got an hour and 12 minutes until. Yeah, I got nothing. I know I can fix that, though, to make it look a bit better. But, like, I'm working on my issues here. I do know one of the upgrades I plan on doing is to get like a light wing, if you know what I mean, so that like you can you can't see my face on this one because of the massive advertisement in the corner. We'll move my face over here. How about that? Yeah, that's not okay. Green screen, you're failing me. Is there literally anything I could do to fix this issue here? I'm just transferring here. Let's see, does that help it? No.
Good morning and welcome to Spaceflight Now's live.
Why are you talking? I'm talking. It's my job to talk. Oh yeah, I've put work into this one. But yeah, so we're definitely doing much better here compared to how we have in the past. But yeah, we have just over an hour into the launch. The pinned thing in the chat is the link to this stream, like this thing on screen, because I am not the one recording it. So like people just like I don't want to get in trouble. Realize what this is. I do plan on eventually being able to stream my own launches, but that will probably never happen. I'm surprised that even people watching this, people haven't asked, but also you might not need to. You might know, most of the time, if people have spent any amount of time watching anything involving spacey things, you might know what I'm about to say. There are 4 towers currently surrounding the rocket. I'm laughing because I'm making it myself. There are 4 towers, and there's also a board. There are 4 towers on the rocket, and all 4 of those are running protection towers. Those are at nearly. I'm pretty sure those are at I'm gonna say almost every single launch site on the planet. I don't know if they're actually on every one, so I'm saying almost just to be secure about myself, to save my bullet. Camera change, I like that. Look, hey, it makes me more visible. It makes my green screen look better. I have literally no control over how this goes. We'll see how it goes. I've never even watched one of the streams, so we'll see how this goes. If I decide to, I might switch to the official SpaceX stream. If the camera feed's better, it will be, to be straight. Actually, at launch, I probably will switch to the SpaceX stream. And I might do when it starts. Basically, at launch, I'll switch to the SpaceX stream. And I mean it. When I say at launch, I mean it like not long. Not long from now. And there are reasons for this. Like, I run my stuff really weird. Like, really not normal. And that's because I literally have spent ages getting stuff like this set up. Just trying to make it better. Because I want these to be as good as they can. And I mean it when I say that. I mean, like, as good as they can be. And then actually, you're about to get some behind the scenes here, as I'm about to set up a new like window thing here for when SpaceX goes live. So I can just like nicely switch over kind of thing. So yeah, you can now literally you can't see anything. Ha ha ha. So I want this. I want this. Hi. This is my recording studio. Like, this is actually what my recording studio looks like. Completely unedited. Also, I'm me. Hi. You got the green screen, you got stuff over here. It's my personal stuff. Yes, it is a Lego typewriter. You got stuff here. Like, this is what my recording studio looks like. I'll probably do a tour of it eventually. Don't worry, I'm keeping my eyes on the launch stuff while I'm doing this. I am stupid. But I also want a browser. But you won't be able to see this for very long, sadly. Because I'm not joking when I'm saying I'm doing this, by the way. I'm working to see like how I can get my stuff to work. See, I can find a better way of doing it. I think is the big thing. It's because I'd like to use a display capture, but they are screen sufficient. Like they use specifically screens. So it's not easy. So if I'm telling this game capture to take a full screen thing, will it actually do that? Or do I need to like, yeah, it's not gonna work. I'm trying to make it be that I can have like a smooth transfer when it comes time for that. I wouldn't be surprised if everybody that was watching this basically dropped off. Because I'm not doing anything interesting to anybody right now. I can't blame you. Yeah, it's monitor specific. That won't work. Window capture, maybe. Maybe that'll do what I want. Yeah, well, haha. Boom. I need this to be on top of it. Like, my green screen's actually kind of working right now, but it's not really. I'm gonna minimize myself. And now for the fun stuff. I'm losing out of myself now. What's going on? So that's that. Okay, back to this. And to this. Back to the good stuff. Alright. Now that that's done, I literally didn't want that. We are continuing to operate. The official SpaceX feed starts at 9:30, right? Yes, 9:30. Starts at 9:30. So we got a while to go until then. But when that does start in OBS, I will switch to the new thing. I'm going to do a quick thing here, though. I mean, I should be able to actually smoothly transfer. Okay, alright, good. That's not what I meant to click. That's what I meant to click. But yeah, that's basically how I set up stuff for these streams. Now, the hardest part of the stream setup is actually probably what you're seeing right now. On your screen. And that's the launch mode, as I call it, which it's got the data there, and actually that's not true. The hardest thing to set up is actually literally what you're watching, is the stream itself. And the reason for that is because it's complicated. It's really complicated. Like, it's much more complicated than I feel like it should be, but it's not simple, because I gotta make the thumbnail for it, which I enjoyed the thumbnail for this one, I think. I gotta make a thumbnail, but yeah, I gotta make the thumbnail, and then I've got to also title it, and I've got to go through and write the description, and then as much as I didn't do for this one, like, I didn't, like, select the location, or, like, date, or any of that stuff, because I didn't have time for it. I would normally set these up, and I'm doing them one, I'm like, no, I'm gonna do it, why not? I'd normally set it up, like, the night before, like, the day before, but I didn't plan on launching this one until literally when I woke up this morning. It was a very, very sudden decision by me. That was probably more of a stupid decision than I should have made. But yeah, that's me for you right there. But yeah, how are we doing? We got one person watching. But yeah, I'm a busy. But I have plans for the future of this podcast. If you listened to the audio version, you might notice that the last release for that was the end of season 1. And the reason for that is, even though I didn't announce it, I decided to not have season 2 have audio version only. And the reason for that is because I'm going to repurpose. That's a helicopter. Because I plan on actually repurposing the audio version to make it be different, if you know what I mean, if that makes sense. Basically, the idea is simple. The season 2 will be on audio. I promise it will be. What it will not be is this first 2 episodes will not be on audio. And the reason for that is due to an actual issue with the first episode involving the way I put it together, where you had those, like, pictures flash on screen for when I was talking at them, like my hand or whatever. For some reason, the thing I use for my podcast, the audio version Anchor, did not like that. It absolutely hated it. Like, straight up despised it. I don't know why. And I think that's what the issue was. That's why for this next episode, episode 2, I'm gonna have video on screen instead. I'm gonna have, like, animations of SLS, or videos of Orion, or something like that. Where instead, so it won't be what it is now. What was episode 1, where it was just pictures flashing on screen. Man, because this picture flashing on screen was also a lot of work. That wasn't really necessary for me to do. Like, I know a really good way of doing the video portion, and that's to basically have the video that was recorded stay a thing, and actually just have a new video overlapping it completely. Which sounds like a bad idea until you figure out it's not. Also, I have technically recorded this episode multiple times. I have not been able to find one that I was okay with. Like, I'm just, like, serious, like, I could not find one that I was okay with. At all. What we are going to do now, though, is because I have been in this chair for a couple of hours now, we are going to take a quick break. I will go silent, like my picture will literally disappear. I'll have a quick text on screen saying, actually, I'll just pin a message. Ooh. Actually, I'm not going. Thank you, Space. Right now, I was a little bit talk about that. Parts of the Falcon 9. You got the first stage, say, check on safety payload failing. I should have researched this. I don't know about the payload failing, but I bet you money. I mean, like, money. That the 4 stages we used. Here, I don't know. But yeah, the 4 stage will be recovered. on this mission, which is awesome, if you ask me. The inner stage, obviously, we will cover because part of the first stage. Second stage will be payload failings. They will attempt to recover them. Most of the time, they do recover them. I mean, it's very uncommon they don't nowadays. But yeah, it's somewhat foggy out there today. Out here by DC, we have clear skies. Beautiful clear skies. Fun fact though, it is freezing cold. It was freezing cold on Saturday too, when the Ataris launched, and especially out there by Wallops, because I knew that, because I was there. That was cold. Like freezing, like the wind. Like, the temperature itself wasn't that bad. If the air was still, it would have been actually really good. It would have been a fairly nice day for a Virginia winter. But no, it was windy. It was really windy. It was almost windy enough to screw up the launch, which I'm happy it wasn't, because that would have sucked. I know they had a backup window for the next day at basically the same time at 12:17. I remember. But what would have sucked about that me and my dad went out there and were there for hours in the freezing cold, and if they would have scrubbed by the time they would have picked up to near the scrubbing point, that would have just sucked. That just would have sucked. I don't plan on going on a break, but now I got on a tangent, which I do frequently on these streams. But I am going to go on a break. I should have a text source here. It's not being used. Ah, I see. Something that I'm not okay with keeping anymore. Anyways, we're gonna move it and change it to Alright, I will return very quickly. I'm going to just go take a quick break. And we are back. I am back. My cat is also back, by the way. Being all curious, no one not come on my car. Oh, well. You just give people a parody, Henley. You just give people a parody. But yes, we are back online, back having a good day. Me. Launch is about 48 minutes. Henry, you're not helping. I'm trying to open my snack. Stop eating my snack. It's bad. No. Let me eat my snack. Hey, why are you stealing my Jello cheese stick? I got you guys. My cat legitimately just stole my Jello cheese stick. Miss Dawn. Anyway. I'm taking the cheese stick away from you. So stupid. Stupid enough it hurts. Why are you messing with my green screen? That did not help. Can you look at the heel? Henry Parody. He's so helpful, and now he's messing with crap over there. Such a helpful cat. And now you want love. So, well, we've almost been streaming for an hour here. That one tree, he made me look like a windsock. No, I know it's not a windsock. Because why would there be a windsock? That somewhat looks like a tree. Yeah, so there wouldn't be. Is that an alligator? Can you guys see the thing? I don't think you guys can. I'm gonna move this. Is that an alligator? Like, is that thing right there an alligator? I'm pretty sure it is. But my mouse is on it. My mouse is like just above it. Like, do you guys think that's an alligator? I cannot tell. I also feel like it's frozen. Because the water's not moving at all. About an hour to go until the official stream begins. Another person has followed my Twitter account. I still have the stupid on quick break thing, and it's gone. It never existed in the first place. The T-minus clock's going, so it's not me. Just gonna quickly move this back down. I'm gonna see if I can fix that, because that's kind of driving me crazy, because I'm pretty sure that the camera is static, because that should be moving. Is the mission control audio okay? Yeah, so there's literally no audio in the mission control audio. Has there ever been? No. Okay. We have about 27 minutes until the main stream, like the official SpaceX stream starts. And by then, we're really in business time. Cause, like, those streams are gonna start at T-minus 2 minutes. I'm not kidding. At around 2 minutes until liftoff. So I will say, though, while we're here, I gotta do them plugs, right? I gotta. It's kind of out of my control. If you get the chance, it would be great if you left a like on the stream, subscribed, and heck, maybe in the future, people go check out the videos that I spend ages working on. Ooh, new camera angle. And this one's definitely not frozen, because of the blinking light. What's funny, and it kind of sucks, is I want to test how long does it take for what's happening to me to get to you. I want to test it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to note the time it is on little live count, do something noticeable, and see how long it took for it to get to you guys. And the thing I did that was noticeable was me scratching my head, by the way. It took 20 seconds. It takes 20 seconds. Jesus. It takes 20 seconds for that to go through. That's a really long time, YouTube. I feel like YouTube can do better than that. If you know what I mean. Yeah. I can look at a bunch of stuff. I can look at playbacks. I can look at... I like the viewers stuff. How are we doing for the stream health? Stream's doing great. Good. Good. Oh, that's good. For sure. It's such a long time. So I have a feeling some new people are on. So I can talk about some subjects that we've talked about in the past. And one of those is the fact that I am working on the next episode of SSBTA. which is planned to come out somewhat soon. What I do want to say though, before I go anywhere else, is if you might have noticed that, oh god, I saw that coming from a mile away. This is like I need to fix. I need to deal with my. Oh, I actually got it back up into the same spot this time though. Thank God. But yeah, like I was saying, that's not the thing I wanted. Let me see. You may notice that the thumbnail for the stream is different than any thumbnail I've ever done. And you also, if you were to check the channel, which you should do, because I love what I did with it, you'll see that I've repositioned some things. I've removed some things. I thought I removed some animations. No, actually, I did not. And what I do know, that's more importantly, though, is that I've remade the banner, the profile image, and also the way I do my thumbnails. Before this, I handmade every single thumbnail. I had to do a bunch of stuff, and that's no longer the case. Now, what I do is I've started to use Canva for everything. The intro and outro that if you at the beginning of the stream you didn't get to see, but once this on tomorrow you'll get to see it anyways. I made in Canva. I made the new banner in Canva. I made the new logo for SSBTA in Canva. I don't know, that's I will continue expanding that. I plan on making a new teenage astronaut logo using Canva. I plan on doing a bunch of that stuff. And I also will say real quick, because I'll probably post a planet on Twitter soon, is I have two websites. Look, geese. That was definitely an alligator. I have, those are not geese, those might be pelicans. I have two teenage astronaut websites right now. One of them I have not done a single bit of advertising for. The other one is the one you all, if you've checked it, you know. And the reason for that is very simple. I made a new one that I was going to publish. I was going to take down the old one. The new one was going to be the big main one. I used Editor X for it. But then I had the point where I realized that I am a total nostalgia nut. I love nostalgia. I've loved nostalgia for ages now. So I've always been one for nostalgia. So that means is that when I realized I was about to take down one of the first website for this thing that I've had running for ages, a website I made a long time ago, I've been extremely proud of its entire existence, have put a lot of work into, I'm going to get rid of for good. And replace it with this one that, to be honest, I'm not that happy with. Because I'm just not. So I ended up making a decision to not touch, to basically act like the new one doesn't exist. And keep the old one running. Actually, I updated it. I added a new update. If you check it, you'll see that the quote's new. It's a quote from Elon Musk that he made in the Starship presentation. It's the one about the animals we love and whatnot. But that's not the big thing. There have been a lot of background changes. Because the big reason I was making a new website was because there was stuff in the older one, the current one, that was it was like in the background. That was like in the backbone. That was extremely problematic. That was set up kind of poorly, and it was gonna be a pain in the butt to fix. I was gonna have somebody subscribe. That's nice. But it was gonna just be painful. It was gonna take a lot of time to deal with, a lot of time to fix. So I instead decided to not do that and keep it running. Keep it alive, you could say. And that was completely on purpose. I kept it running on a absolute thought of keeping it running, keeping it alive, keeping it running and whatnot, because it's nostalgic. Because it's a fun website for me. So one thing I did with that was I went in and I fixed all that backbone work. There was a bunch of programs and whatnot in the backdrop that were extremely problematic. And I went through and I fixed them. I spent ages doing this. And it would have been done sooner if I hadn't sprained my ankle. which if you follow my Twitter, if you go back and you see I was talking about it, how I had to put a bunch of stuff on hold because I sprained my ankle and lost the ability to go up and down stairs. And that might not seem like an issue until you realize that my recording studio, the area I'm in right now, is in the basement, and you walk into my house on the main floor, upstairs. So, well, I couldn't come downstairs, so I was like, let's not deal with that. And I basically got to put that on hold for an entire week. So that's what happened with that. That got put on hold for a week. A lot longer than I really wanted it to, but it was out of my control. But yeah, there was a bunch of backbone work that I get done, and I fixed all of it. I continued working on it. I got it getting bigger and bigger and better. I have not announced any of these because there aren't really any face changes. When you're actually scrolling through the website, it looks like nothing has changed. By the way, I realize we have a lot more people than I normally do. If you're wondering what the title, if you want to go to this website I've talked all of this about, I'll put the link in chat. That was a mess. That should work. That should take you to it. You just copy and paste it. It won't work by itself. But yeah, that is the official Teenage Astronaut website. And that is the actual Teenage Astronaut website. I made it myself. It's got parts of it that are outdated. Because I haven't gone through and fixed them. It's got parts of it that aren't outdated. It's got parts of it that are very new. It's got stuff that you can't see. I just realized there was an articles page on this website, and I haven't made an article since May 29th of 2021. So it's been a while. I made an episode about that same article. And by the way, if you're that article was to feed with an episode that I did do, and it was talking about the SN4 explosion. That was a long time ago. That episode is probably the reason SSBTA, which is supposed to be Teenage Astronaut, by the way, is the way it is today. As for the longest time to be honest, I'm not the proudest of those original episodes. Of those first episodes at the beginning, I ain't that proud of them. But I fixed them. But yeah, you can got articles on here. I got like a podcast page which talks about the thing you're watching right now, or it's basically Teenage Astronaut. That's also outdated. That's not something. That's on my Twitch. I do have a Twitch, by the way. I do have a Twitch. I stream a bunch of stuff. I haven't done it in a while, but when I do stream, I stream Minecraft, KSP. I stream stuff on every here and there. I do also have a launch photos page that if you look at it, you'll see there's not that much on it. There's only 3 pictures on there, and the reason for that, because I've only ever taken 3 pictures of a rocket launch. I've been to 2. The last one I didn't take any pictures of. I didn't take pictures of this one either. But yeah, though it's not that much on there. But one of the things I'm the most proud about on this website, that people can totally take a look at, I'd have no problem with that, is the About page. The About page simply talks about me, much more in depth than the About Me Twitter thread, that people it's what got a lot of people onto me, and space-wise, it talks about that much more in depth. It talks about how Discovery, when it turns on DC, I came from my house, how it's a much, there are also things in it that I didn't talk about in, that thread. I was supposed to make that thread, and it was also supposed to just be god darn it happened again. My webcam is not the best. I've been working on replacing it for a while now, by the way. let's see if I need to fix anything with that now, because it betrayed me again. No, I don't. Okay. Good. But yeah, I'm proud about the About Me page. It's got a bunch of stuff on it. But it talks about my space love much more in depth. I do also plan on updating it to be much more just in my space history. I plan on it actually talking about me more, how I am. You know, like what I like to do, where I like to do, where I like to go, like all that kind of stuff. Really just to be able to, people to be able to know who I am, how I live. But yeah, I love this website, and I will definitely keep working on it. But that's not what I care about right now. What I care about is we are currently 28 minutes until launch. By the way, we went up to 6 people, now we're back down at 3, which is normally where I sit anyways. What I will say though is this. I have been wasting time, basically. I've been finding things to talk about for hours, really. Because, well, basically, people haven't said anything in chat other than me, and that's kind of why that is. But what I will say, though, is this. Thank you for those who have stayed here, basically the entire time. I know there was at least 2 of you. At least really 1 of you that has stuck here the entirety of the stream. I will thank you for that. That is amazing to me that you've stuck here the entire time. I'm turning on my phone real quick because it keeps buzzing at me. I'm still getting more people following me on Twitter. It is crazy. I was expecting it to slow down and stop by now. How many followers are right? You know what? Here's a challenge. Before I'm checking it, I want the people in chat, if you want to, it's up to you really, to predict the amount of people that have followed me by now. Another thing, this is stupid because you can easily just kind of go and check that, check my Twitter account, see how many people I have, but I know that actually how many, the answer, by the way, before we get onto it, is 47. 47 people, even though it doesn't seem like a lot, because it really isn't. To me, it's a lot. It's much more to me. And guess what? We got have some time to talk here, so I think I should continue talking about myself, because that apparently got my viewer weight to skyrocket. And I talk about myself and everything skyrockets. Like, seriously, I just noticed that. Okay. But yeah, I am a teenager, obviously. It's kind of the name of the brand here. Teenage Astronaut website, the one that I posted in chat and I've talked about for the past bit, is not my first website. Nowhere close to that, actually. My very first website, you know what? I'm gonna look at it. My very first website was one called, like, soflippygaming.weebly.com or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but it was something like that. I know I still got it. I am totally gonna look at it. Do I not still have it? I thought I would still have it. I might have it bookmarked. See if I do. But like that was the first one I ever made, was like so flippy gaming. Yeah, it no longer exists. You can no longer find it. I probably got rid of it to make some other website. But it was basically just like looked in the games and whatnot, and it was very quickly thrown together, but it was more of a me wanting to have fun thing. After that, though, my next website is one you can still access. Well, like you can still access it. Like literally, you can still go to it today. If people want me to, I can put it in chat. I just need to find it. Like, I need to find the name of it. Here you go. Like, you can still go to it today. Like, if people want to see it, seriously, I can put it in chat. And it was for an old gaming channel I did. years ago. Like, this website has not been updated since 2018. I did this back when I was in elementary school and a bit of middle school, by the way. Nowadays, if you go to it, if you go to the channel, it looks completely different. Like, actually, it is that channel is on my personal account that I used to watch YouTube and whatnot. Like, you can actually see some gaming videos I did on there. And you can see a bunch of stuff I have and whatnot. And I'm dropping crap. That's what I've got. But I've got a bunch of stuff on here. I do a bunch with it, to be honest. There it is. But yeah, you can still go to the website. It talks about a bunch of stuff on it. It talks about yeah. But that channel that I had back then, I did much stuff on it, and there was actually one video I did with it that I was really proud of. And I mean, like, I was severely proud of it. Like, I loved it. But then I completely deleted it. I'm like, I'm looking at this website right now, by the way. And I have not looked at the website that I created many years ago, back in 2017, I want to say. In years. Like, literal years. Like, it has been a very long time since I last looked on it. I will say this straight. It is not pretty. I'm honestly, I'm surprised it still exists. I'm surprised it looks nice at all. But, like, it's got a blog, by the way, actually on it, that is ugly, and please, I beg you, do not go looking. Actually, you know what? I probably won't even say, like, the name of it, because I don't want people looking at it, because it's ugly. It talks about multiple series I did, though. Like Flippy Planet, Total Planet, a couple series I did. Literally everything that's, like, mentioned on this website no longer exists. It's gone now. It's been gone for a long time, I want to say. By the way, before people ask me this, yes, I am still watching the launch. I'm still watching the feed to check it, make sure the rocket hasn't exploded, you could say, right? And I am watching the time. It's only T-minus 21 minutes, 20 seconds. I'm also watching for the T-minus 20 minute event, because we should be able to see it, and I will mention it when it pops up, it's mainly because it's important. When that event happens, we know that that the count's on, that it's still on set, it's still set to go, you could say. Well, yeah, that's one of my websites. I also have other websites, though. One of them is... But yeah, I've done a bunch in my day. Even though this is the one most people... So, the one you're watching right now, right? Space 17 Astronaut, is not my first attempt to do stuff on the internet. My first attempt to do stuff on the web, you could say. It's just my most successful. That's for sure. And actually, we're at T-minus 20 minutes, so any second now, that massive event should happen, and there it is. That's my T-minus 20 minute event. You can't see it well from this angle, but that's definitely it. So, that happening, that tells us that, cha-cha-ching, all's good. That they're still on track. But yeah. This is not my first attempt at doing this. This is definitely not, in fact. It's nowhere near. It's one of my... I would say it's probably my fourth or fifth one, to be honest. But it's the one I've had the most fun with. It's the one I've done the most with, is definitely the Tomb. And what I will say, though, is that... Oh, that's the SpaceX music. I'm like, where the heck is that coming from? that's that the SpaceX stream has started. But it's still on that phase where it's not really useful. What I am going to do with it now, though, is I'm now facing a decision on myself. And that is, do I go ahead and switch to the next one? Do I go ahead and switch to this? And the answer is no, I don't. But yeah, I've done a bunch of stuff in my day. I've done a bunch of stuff in my day. Also noticed somebody liked the stream. That's nice, thank you. I think I'm sincere about that, thank you. I also noticed I have gained 2 more followers, which means, if I remember yesterday, last night, in fact, I only had 7 viewers, that's our new highest. Yesterday, I challenged Space Spittle to a challenge. A very special challenge, you could say. And that was to get me to 50 followers by today. By today at like 9 a.m. I wanted to say. Yeah, by 9 a.m. Spittle did not make that challenge. I'm doing it by 9. But hey, that's fine. I'm currently now at 49 followers on Twitter, so we're getting closer. I'm talking about myself and my viewer rate dropped out of the sky, literally. But hey, hopefully that'll come back up. I'm talking about myself then, because apparently that's what people like. So much to talk about, so. But yeah, so Flippy, the gaming channel I was talking about earlier, I was doing well, and I had a concrete, like, upload schedule. I had, wait, actually, hold up, I'm talking about this. These are some of, like, the stats of this mission, that are definitely important, and it's stuff like, it is the 144th launch of the Falcon 9 since their first launch. I did not know that. Like, I actually didn't know. That's crazy. And this will be this booster's 11th flight, V1058. It'll be the 80th launch from Pad 40 of Falcon 9. I won't say which one of the year it is, but it can't be that much. Like, they haven't done a lot this year yet. It's the 8th Canaveral launch of the year. Like, orbital launch. I wonder if that counts the astral launch. This is the 17th orbital launch attempt of the year in total. I don't know if that's for SpaceX. I have no clue if that's for SpaceX, actually. I doubt it's for SpaceX, but hey, you never know. What I do know is that this is still not running yet. We'll give it some time. You got to give it some time, you know. But yeah, what I do know is I am a busy boy. I do a bunch. Four more people have followed me today. I am following all of you guys back, because I'm nice. But hey, I follow people back, and some people that have followed me are actually fairly big people, to be honest. So that's kind of good. Ooh, oh, dude, B1058's the worm booster. I did not know that. So this is actually this rocket's 2nd flight this year. That's crazy. Yeah, I watched this booster's first flight. I watched Demo 2. It's one of those things that got me back into space, in fact, for about 5 seconds, to be honest with you. Like, when I sent that tweet, is, if you haven't seen it, it talks about me a bit. Nothing like nothing like the Teenage Astronaut website does, but it talks about me a bit. Also, though, it's in chat. It's not pinned, but it's in chat. Is the invite link to my Discord. Because yes, I do. There is an actual Teenage Astronaut Discord that I will always be on. I can always talk about stuff. I can always do whatnot. It is in chat. It shouldn't be hard to find. It's not pinned in chat. I wish I could pin multiple messages, but I can't. Sadly. Oh, but we do have something big. And that is the SpaceX stream has started. And I mean like started. So we are going to switch over to that. And it's not even open. There we go. And it's off again. Like, come on. There we go. The SpaceX stream. Everybody. So I can also though now go ahead and replace the current pinned message with a new one, and that'll be my Discord link. So here, we're now in the SpaceX stream on. The pinned message in chat is the Discord link. So if you want to join the Discord, go ahead. I have no problem with that. Not many people in there. There's only 3 people really. So yeah, this is the official SpaceX stream. This is SpaceX's feed of the rocket. That's why it's so close. And you can still barely see the NASA room on that thing. This rocket is flown on. This is its 11th flight, but we got a while until engine chill or any of that. But yeah, so while we wait for the next milestone, which will be engine chill, or propellant, or a very small amount of propellant is ran through the engine nozzles to kind of ready them for ignition. I'm going to keep talking about myself, apparently. People like. So my history with spaceflight is I've been like a diehard space nerd, like I am today, for just over a year now. Because I became a diehard space nerd with SN8. Serial number 8, Starship number 8. By the way, I know with Starship, I have seen people fight about this. Is like the naming for it. Like, what do you name them? And what I have decided, which I think is a good way for it, is that I call the Starship, it's like naming scheme, whatever it was when it was built. When it built, or whatever it was when it was built. Which means SN8 is SN8, SN9 is SN9, SN10 is SN10, SN11 is SN11, and SN15 is SN15, and SN16 is SN16. But ship 20 is ship 20. It's complicated, but that's what I do with it. And that's because, think about it, right? When it was built, that's when it, like, let's say, you were named, Alex, right? When you were born. But then, let's say when you're 5, Alex stops being pronounced Alex and stops being pronounced Alex, let's say. Your parents don't start calling you Alex. They keep calling you Alex. Because that's what they named you, and that's what they liked the sound of. Right? And that's what's on your birth certificate. Like, they don't stop calling you Alex. They keep calling you Alex, right? So, I mean, like, shouldn't it be the same with starships? Right? I mean, I'm just saying. But yeah, and the specific actual, like, what caused me to spark was, it was 8th grade. To be honest, I was depressed. Everybody in my house was depressed. It was the middle of COVID. Come on. And I was in the class. I think it was science class. I'm pretty sure. So I was on Zoom. I was bored out of my brain cells. I was just bored out of my mind. And I was just scrolling through YouTube. This is a thing I do frequently, by the way. Like, frequently. I would do that frequently. I was just scrolling through YouTube, seeing if there was anything interesting. And I want to say it was Tim Dodd's. I just find a stream titled SN8 High Altitude Flight Test by Everyday Astronaut. And this was roughly a year after in 2019, I had this moment where I watched a bunch of his videos. I'm like, hey, I remember that. That was that, like, really weird looking thing that SpaceX is making, right? Like, I remember that, keep in mind, which is royal for me. And I feel like, oh, dude, that's the bulge. That is a shortfall of gravitas on screen right now, by the way. It's having water hose off the deck. On the deck. I don't know why. Maybe it's going to clear the deck off. I got no clue. But what I do know is, like, yeah, back to the story I was telling. Is that, like, I was like, yeah, it hadn't started yet, though. It was a while until it was start. And I'm like, I want to watch something. I remember somebody said in chat, I was barely able to see it. They said, NASA spaceflight stream has started. And I'm like, wait, seriously? I mean, it started time when I watched that, and I watched that stream all day. Like, to be honest, I didn't pay attention to any of my classes that day. To be straight. Like, if the teachers asked me questions, I probably answered somehow. Don't know how. But yeah, and I did that, and it got sort of, but I went through and I was expecting myself to kind of lose interest with it after a bit, like I had the first time. It's been more than a year now. Okay, so basically straightforward. I am awesome. That's a joke. That's an inside joke. We're almost at engine chill, by the way. Oh, but also, I have hit a milestone for myself. USB plugs on Twitter has followed me. And if you haven't been watching this for long, that might not sound like much of a big milestone. No person follows me, ooh. But I had a personal milestone. I have personal milestones on my Twitter that I've set for myself, and one of them is 50 followers, and I have now hit that. But I'm also now ready to start doing, like, tweeting about the milestones of the rocket, which reminds me, we are about to hit engine chill. I am going to do this where I'm going to tweet milestones throughout the rest of the mission. Like, throughout, like, the rest of the mission. Although, yeah, I'm going to do that. I like that idea. Ooh, they're showing Starship. They destacked it, so that's not even true anymore what they're showing right now. But man, that was amazing. Watching them stack it. Like, that was awesome. That was capital awesome. Me over here typing tweets literally as we go. I'm waiting for that one to be tweeted, but hey, we got some time before the one for Strong Back of Track is good to go. Because I had to, but yeah, back to the rocket. Thank you, SpaceX, literally as I said it. If you're just checking in, this is the Starlink Group 4-8 mission on Falcon 9, Block 5, and we have T-minus 5 minutes and 16 seconds to go. Honestly, I'm excited for this one to be done for two reasons. I was watching a tweet, I quote tweeted specifically. I hope this one goes better than the last one did, because if you remember, the last one went really well like the rocket, but a bunch of them were lost in orbit due to a geomagnetic storm. I'm hoping this one does not repeat that incident, and doesn't commit suicide. And I'm excited. I'm excited for this. We'll get much closer to that. But yeah, I'm hoping it's better. But mouse is over the tweet button. Not joking. And let's go. Stuck what's been sent. Next up, startup. I'm not gonna tweet about startup. Actually, no, startup's not engine startup. I don't think it is. Crap, I cannot remember. Is the startup count as engine startup or like general like they at the T-1 minute point? You know, I know how I'm gonna do. T-1 minute. That's gonna be my next tweet, by the way. Also, my phone just I released a tweet about my follower count, and my phone has exploded. So I'm gonna check that real quick because people are liking my tweets, people are retweeting. Somebody quote tweeted. But yeah, we are approaching our next milestone startup, which I'm pretty sure is when it enters launch. Like I always call T-1 minute when like the rocket enters launch mode, because kind of what it does is when like the computers on Falcon like start up and get ready to go basically. And by the way, the rocket's getting whiter and whiter, and that's because it's getting closer to launch. It's fueled. The vapors are falling off it, and Seko is ready to go. She wants to go, and I got no problem with that. I want to eat breakfast. But yeah, we're getting close. You look in the background. You can't see. Wow, thank you, SpaceX. I was talking about it, and then they changed the camera angle. But hey, this angle is much better, actually. You can see a lot more from this angle, which is good. I always like people being able to see more anyways. And also, on the SpaceX stream, my green screen actually works because it's bright enough. That's what happens when I don't have a ring light. But hey, I'm working on that. I'm getting more and more stuff. But we are at T-2 minutes here. It's like we're about to go. And I would talk about my personal stuff to get the viewer count back up, but I don't want to because we're really close to launch. Talking about this launch. This mission, Starlink 48, will be launching on a southeast trajectory. So basically, if you live on the East Coast, anywhere outside of Georgia, basically anywhere outside of Florida, maybe Georgia if you're lucky, it's clear enough. Like southern Georgia too, you ain't seeing this. I'm sorry about that. Me talking about that's me talking to myself, but that's the truth. I'm sorry about that. You won't be able to see that at all because it literally will be fall. Wait, it'll go in the other direction. But also that massive event you see on the Strongback, you want that to be happening, as that means that like they're purging the lines and they're getting ready to go. And we're almost at T-1 minute. 3, 2, 1, and 1 minute. Beautiful. Projecting them out literally at T-1 minute. I'm pretty sure. That's awesome. That's awesome. Beautiful. I'm going to do one more though, for now, and that will be lift off. I hope I can spell. 46. So I don't know if this is a thing, but something I feel like Twitter needs to do is have. By the way, do not click off right now. We're 18 seconds away. Is have like a like be able to like schedule a tweet almost, if you know what I mean. Like be able to like schedule one. That should be a thing. I'm sad I'm not. But bigger news: 3, 2, 1, and engine ignition. Liftoff. Falcon 9 Starlink Group 48. Headed to the stars. I'm already searching my next tweet. Like, it would be awesome if you could do something where you, like, schedule a tweet. You know what I mean? I wonder if we're gonna... Ooh, it's a clear sky. I wonder if we're gonna get what we got on CSG2 again. Where they, like, had video of it, like, the entire way down. I hope we do. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Truly awesome. If they had video of it all the way down, that would rock. Oh, I completely forgot to turn the sound on. That is my fault.
The flow of fuel to the engine. That's in preparation for max Q, or maximum aerodynamic pressure. And we are coming up on max Q in a few seconds here.
Oh, almost at max Q.
Max Q.
And there's that car that we've passed through max Q. Now we do have 4 events coming up in quick succession. The first will be main engine cutoff for MECO, stage separation, second engine start 1 for SES1, and then fairing deploy. So main engine cutoff is where all 9 of the M1D engines shut down to slow the vehicle down in preparation for the next event, which is stage separation. And that is where the first stage separates from the second stage. Right after stage separation, the first stage will make...
Okay, there's no more launch sound. I'm quieting you guys. That's me being me, by the way. But yeah, so like normal, the Falcon 9 mission's going great. I'm shocked that nothing's gone wrong. We're somewhat approaching max Q. Then after I'm going on another tangent probably about something, because we'll have a while until the next big milestone, which will be entry. Which will be like the entry one, when the first stage starts falling back into the atmosphere. It ignites 3 of the Merlin 1D engines on the first stage to slow itself down and basically create a heat shield made out of fire. Fighting fire with fire. And we have MECO, stage separation, and second stage ignition. I love the thing the Merlin MVAC does, where it's like you have it like slowly glows whittle. We're about to have fairing separation. Fairing separation. Let's go. Look at that. Now you can see all of those Starlink satellites. And the next major milestone is entry 1. Actually, I think I am done tweeting about it, because I've done enough of that. My fingers are starting to hurt. But yes, we are back to what's important. But yeah, the first stage is falling back towards Earth, which looks beautiful like always from space. And the second stage is doing the opposite, going away from it, speeding up to push those 46 Starlink satellites that we were talking about earlier up into orbit, into space. Into a high-speed low Earth orbit, but still a low Earth orbit. To up into low Earth orbit to just help stuff on Earth. Sorry. But yeah, so we're about halfway to Engine 1. I do want to talk about when I will end the stream. The stream, I'm going to end it probably after Seeker 1. The reason for that is because A, I don't have level, and B, after that, there's not much going on. So yeah, I will do what I normally do with like Falcon 9, where I end my stream shortly after Seeker 1. That's on purpose though, to be honest. That's an on purpose thing. But we are getting closer to that. We are definitely getting closer to that. Like it's coming up. Entry Born is what's coming up, really. Though, as the as stage 1 is getting closer and closer to falling back into really the thicker parts of the atmosphere. Which once it starts to do that, it will have a bunch of... It'll be doing the whole thing where it's fighting fire with fire. Right? It's fighting fire with fire. As many people call it, but I also call it, fighting fire with fire, which is basically what you're doing. You're igniting your engines more, just for not for a long time, really, just for a very short amount of time, to kind of just protect the vehicle when it's flying into the atmosphere. Because if you don't, it won't survive. It'll land alright, but it won't land in one piece. It'll be in about 200,000 pieces. But we're getting closer and closer to the ground. And actually, talking about the height and whatnot, stage 1 has entered the atmosphere. It's below the common line now, and is really falling back into the atmosphere. Very soon, the grid fins, which in space are completely useless because there's no atmosphere, right? Once you start falling back, very soon they're going to be able to be useful. And I'm actually probably gonna have stuff flickering off the sides and whatnot. What I think the coolest launches of the Falcon 9 was the Block 4. In my opinion, to be honest with you, is because on the entry, how the grid fins would melt somewhat. That I thought was kind of cool, to be honest. But we have entry 1 startup. So the entry 1 has started. Fighting fire with fire. As Falcon is now falling really into the atmosphere now, actually passing 40 kilometers. It's getting closer to the ground quite quickly, and engine 1 shut off, actually. Engine 1 is now shut off. My poor throat. But the second stage is still firing like it's nothing else. What I want to see is, can you see the drone ship? But I have this in the highest quality, and this set goes in 4K, by the way. Are we gonna be able to see the drone ship as Falcon's falling into the atmosphere? As we're getting close to landing, because I think that would be cool. What I would do, and they lost it. Of course, I lose it at 10 kilometers. And what I think will be cool is if we can see that landing again, because one of the coolest landings was the one where they had footage from the rocket's perspective all the way down. That was amazing. Are they gonna regain video from it? So it's getting closer to the ground. I want to tweet about that though. Alright. Oh wait, they got it. There's, what's it called? ASOG. Landing legs deploy. Come on. They lose it. Seriously, they lost it at landing? Of course they lost it at landing. I'm not going to tweet about the landing, though, until they have it on video. Right? And look at that. Tweet sent. And Seco won. The second engine has now cut off. And with a beautiful view of the booster on the drone ship just outside of the Caribbean. Hopefully this one goes much better than some previous recoveries. But yep, booster has landed, Seco 1's scored, and now the second stage and the Starlink Satellites are coasting. They'll be coasting for a while. When then the second stage will ignite will have a very short burn just to push the satellites, just to raise the output just a tiny bit, really, well, tiny bit, and get it just a bit higher, and then it'll cut off again, and then not long after that, the Starlink Satellites will be deployed. But that is the end of my stream, though. Because A, I'm hungry and I need breakfast, and B, also, my poor throat. I've been talking for a while now. Because that is the end of mine and SpaceX's stream, it looks like. So we can actually go ahead and switch back to this. Oh. Or not. Because I got this one, okay, details. But yeah, we're going to shadow down here. Thank you for everybody who watched through the stream. It was a great day for sure. So I will see you all later. This is your the Teenage Astronaut.